Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those of you watching this video, and if you're seeing this on Halloween, happy Halloween. And since it's Halloween, I figured I would do a review on The Brides of Dracula. I know it'd probably been more appropriate if I did like a review of the movie Halloween. But I haven't watched Halloween, the Mike Myers Halloween since Halloween 6. I believe that's the one where he gets busted out of jail with the guy with the cowboy boots or something. That's the only thing I really remember about that movie. But it probably been more appropriate to talk about Halloween 3, because that actually has to do with Halloween, where kids are buying these masks, and when you wear them, your head turns into insects and stuff like that. And it has nothing to do with Mike Myers. I don't really know where it's going with that one. But anyways, we're doing Dracula, okay? We're doing Dracula and his brides, the Brides of Dracula. That's what we're going to do on Halloween instead of Halloween. Yeah, I might be missing an opportunity, but who cares? I'm a small channel. I don't really care. Anyway, so let's talk about the Brides of Dracula. Yes, the Brides of Dracula. I kind of like how at the beginning of this movie, Dracula is kind of like the damsel in distress. He's chained to a wall, and for some reason, he can't turn into a bat to get out of this chain. I don't know why. Is it magical? No explanation whatsoever, but he's chained to a wall. And when you have magical powers to turn into a bat, your legs become about that big, and that chain will become completely useless. So maybe our Dracula in this one, sorry. Maybe Dracula in this one isn't the smartest Dracula in the world on that aspect. Yeah, so maybe Dracula isn't the smartest one in the world. Note to self, do not eat peanuts before doing a video. Anyway, so that might be a weird transition there. Because I wasn't going to start over after being a minute and 40 seconds. Anyways, nobody's still watching this. So, yeah, so he's like the damsel of distress. He's chained to a wall. Some reason he can't change into a bat to get out of his escape. So he entices our female lead here, girl, I believe her name is Marianne, to rescue him. And this is when the disaster happens. You get the mom. She's like, oh, what did you do? What did you do? You brought terror to the world. And then, our good old friend Dracula, who's the Baron, goes around turning girls into vampires. And I guess this is how he gets his wives. He gets 2 of them, by the way. And then we got our great guy here, Peter Cushing. I know him more from Star Wars. I think I've seen him in other shows. Other shows. But I'm mostly knowing him for Star Wars, probably like everybody else. He plays Van Helsing, does a fantastic job. Peter Cushing is actually a really good actor, especially for his time period. He got a different method of acting back then. But he does a fantastic job in this. And overall, I enjoyed the acting. Did enjoy the atmosphere of the show. A little bit scarier than the black and white ones I had, but they weren't terrifying. Good old PG horror movie here. I know, I'd say PG-13 because you do see people getting stabbed in the heart. But, the thing I really did like was the makeup. Well, I'll say this. The makeup was hit or miss. Like, after the girls turned into, like, a vampires, had that weird bluish makeup on their faces. If you ever watched, like, Dawn of the Dead, George R. Martin's... what did I say George R. Martin for? George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, the original one. How the zombies had that weird bluish makeup on their face? That's kind of how these girls look after they turn into vampires. I wonder why they just didn't use, like, white makeup, white makeup to make them look pale instead of get that weird off color thing. So that's kind of like the miss part, but the hit part really was like when our boy Dracula gets sprayed with holy water and like it screws up his face. That was very well done. That was excellent. I mean, I'm not going to sound surprised or anything, but whoever the makeup artists were during that movie, man, they did an excellent job really screwing up his face. It looked so real that it was really distorted. Fantastic. That makeup job was great, but the girls turning vampires was kind of bad. So, there wasn't really much really to this movie to really talk about. Just got our Dracula guy here going around turning girls into vampires. He's in love with Marianne, I guess. So for some reason, I mean, it has to be this plot armor type of thing. Doesn't make any sense why the girl he likes the most, he waits. He doesn't just go ahead and turn her into a vampire at the beginning. I mean, I don't really know that the philosophy behind that. They didn't really explain why he was wanting to wait so long. I guess if you're the last one to turn into the vampire, you're the head mistress. I don't know. Seems like you'd be the first one, would be the head mistress. But some reason he felt the need to not turn her into a vampire right away. I don't know if he was wanting her to have just a couple more hours of happiness, or what was his plan? What was the reason he did that? You know, it's like, oh, you saved me, so I'll let you be a human for a couple more days. And it seems like he would have turned her right away. So it's kind of like, and it's not like anybody was saving her or she was running away from him. She was like willing to be with him, be his wife. Though she didn't know he was a Dracula at that time. So that plot was kind of weird right there, I would have to say. Because she should have been a vampire like right off the bat. Unless he only can turn one at a time. You know, one wife per night. Maybe that was the thing and he got, you know, he couldn't hold back and he just turned the first girl he see into a vampire and it's like, oh, I can't do any more tonight. I'll have to wait till the next night. I don't know about that. I didn't really enjoy this one as much as the first one. The original one I did a review on, the 1931 version. But this was okay. I would probably recommend it with caution. I mean, Peter Cushing does a great job in this one. There's a lot more action in this one than the normal ones I've been reviewing. You got actually a musical score. This one that kind of, you know, makes it a little creepier. But you know, it's this Dracula going around getting his wives, and we don't know what happens to him in the end. I'm not even sure if there's a follow-up. I mean, maybe they burn at the end. Don't know. So it's a lot of work needed to be done with this. I read that they had to rework the script. I think the script needed to be reworked a lot because, like I said, it doesn't make sense that he just doesn't turn her, Marianne, you know, our lead actress, into a vampire the very first night he sees her. He likes her. Why not just turn her into a vampire right away? Makes no sense. Then, you know, we need a little bit more clarification on what happens to the wives, his brides, after he dies. This movie really waits to like the last minute before the climax, like the very, very end. Which is, I think this is kind of common with the other ones. Was like the last 5 minutes is when like they just did everything. It's like there's no epilogue. Like boom, he's dead. End credits. It's over. And this one, it was the same way. I like how the Shadow of the Cross is the one that does him in. That was kind of weird, to be honest. So yeah, this is not my favorite one. Probably will never watch this again. But yeah, so I recommend it with caution. You could probably pass this one. The classic one though, you gotta watch that one. That's probably the best one, especially Renfield. Renfield really stole the 1931 Dracula. That was fantastic. But yeah, I didn't really enjoy this one. Happy Halloween once again. I ate a payday right before this video and I was coughing a lot, so just now getting over that. So note to self, don't eat a payday before I do a video. So anyways, have a great day, and we should have some good reviews coming up, you know, better than my normal reviews, hopefully. Because, you know, this ain't the worst review channel on YouTube. Have a great day. Bye.